Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Feminine Awakening podcast, Voice of the Wise Woman. I cannot wait to journey with you through this podcast and through all the downloads I get on the daily, straight from my intuitive nudges into your listening ears. I'm so privileged to be able to share my story far and wide, and today is a whole new chapter of evolution for me personally, and I can't wait to tell you all the juice. So this Feminine Awakening podcast and what is here to do, it's here to wake you the F up, for starters. I feel like in this day and age, we are basically just doing the do. We are so in our heads. We are ticking off to-do lists like there's no tomorrow, pushing in, meeting up with people, forcing plans, and not really aligned at all with what we need to be doing or what we really want to be doing. Leading from the heart seems to be something that happened in the past and not in the present. So what I'm here to do is to show you how to lead first from the heart, bypassing the mind and really stepping into sacred pause, sacred presence, and sacred alignment. So I'm calling in the women who are done performing, who are done pleasing every single person in their life bar themselves. This is a true deepening of soul. If you can say to yourself that you put yourself last, everything looks great on paper, everything, you've got the career, you've got the business that's blossoming, you've got a beautiful family or a beautiful partner, or you're single and you're in a loving life, you travel, you've got enough money in the bank, everything's working great for you, your health's great, you go to the gym, you do the Pilates, everything that comes up, you're there for, every birthday, every celebration. But are you there for yourself? And this is what I am going to dive into. It's sacred to actually know yourself. And I think that's my number one lesson. Over the years of people pleasing, bending, being part of a family, and really just being a number, having many sisters and just being a number. That is part of my story. That might be part of your story. But what it is uncovering the truth of who you really are and what you are here to do. And we're not talking surface level here. We're talking deep. I will go deep and I will go there to those parts that we don't want to talk about and sometimes don't want to share. I love talking about shadow. I love talking about mindset. I love talking about energetics, embodiment. All these things are part of my everyday life. Every single day I work on raising my own vibration so that my energy matches the person that I know I'm here to be. That's number one. Then I embody that part of myself. And I feel into when things get messy and tricky and uncomfortable. I feel it. I don't delve in it and stay in it. I know how to get myself out of it. But do I bypass it? No, I do not. I feel it. It is so important to embody your shadow, your darkness, the messy, the stuff that we don't talk about, the jealousy, the shame, all of those things. They're meant to be seen by us, but also loved and held. Because then we can honestly see ourselves in our whole truth. And we will rise even quicker into that new level self. So energetics, embodiment, very, very big part of my practice. Divine ritual and presence. Sitting with myself is really important. Okay? No one knows me better than me. No one knows you better than you. And then also being around expanders, being around people that show you how life can be. And you don't have to follow what they say exactly, but it's just about learning that your little world around you is not all there is. There's more to life. There's more to the universe. Whether you believe in God, Jesus, you are someone that believes in the universe, divine truth, source, whatever it is, just knowing there's something bigger than you and that you're part of this. And then also being part of your own feminine cycle is also a massive part of my life. Knowing when I should be launching, knowing when I should be resting, knowing when I should go on holidays, knowing when I'm going to be truly aligned to bring in those next level people into my work, into my containers, into my world and community. I also know when to expand and be in other people's groups and containers to learn more when I want to put my studying hat on. I love growth. Growth for me is the biggest froth in my life. I love it. I love learning from people. And I also look to the people that are doing the thing I want to do. And I invest money in myself. There's no better way to spend money than investing in you, in up-leveling yourself, in knowing yourself, in stretching yourself. Because only I know where I want to go. And I find the people that are already doing something similar and I learn from them, but I do it in my way because it's my own cycle. So I know, for example, I'm going through menopause now. So there is a cycle of a life that we have, which is, maiden, mother, wise woman, mugger, and then crone. So I feel that there's the 4 stages now because women live a ripe old age of 80, 90, 100. Okay. So where before the wise woman or the crone was the oldest one, I feel there's a middle one. And I've just turned 50 and this is where I feel I fit. Okay. You're in the menopause or perimenopause or almost menopause, mid 40s, mid 50s. Kids have started to grow up if you had kids, or you're finding that you've got more time, they don't need you as much. And then it's who am I? When you're in the maiden cycle, everything's new, everything's flirtatious, everything's beautiful. And then we go into the mother, even if you're not a mother. If you never birthed a child, you still went through the mother cycle, and that was the fertile cycle, the cycle of growth, of new beginnings. And that's probably where you blossomed. Okay. And then you get into this cycle of the wise woman and then the crone, where you can see all of life and you know a bit more. And that's why we go to these wise women, these counsels, because they tend to remember. Then there's a cycle of actual nature. So everything I do follows nature. Okay. When it's winter, you go inwards, you reflect, you hibernate, you get ready to rebirth in the spring. Summer is the celebration and autumn is the decay. And I live my life with that cycle. So you've already got your cycle of a woman, you've got your nature cycle, and then you've also got your own menstrual cycle, your bleed cycle. And that is a whole other cycle. So this to me is that ancient weavings that I'm wanting to teach and that I'm wanting to weave in for you. So you understand it on an energetic level and also an easy level. It doesn't have to be hard. Knowing things like astrology, knowing your cycle, not bypassing it, maybe not being on the pill all the time, understanding your body, because your body will tell you when you need to rest. Your body will tell you when you're fertile. Your body will tell you when that launch will work and when actually it's probably not a great time. So I live in alignment like this, and this is what I want to teach. So it's the ancient wisdom. It's the embodiment piece, feeling all of it and loving it anyway. It's the mindset and the growth work. And then it's raising your vibration to meet it. Sitting with yourself. Those things are my major components that I'm going to talk to you about further in each episode. I can't wait to dive deep with you. Okay. Today, it's a rainy day in Perth. Okay. The last thing I wanted to do was start recording this podcast. But I was like, Christy, you know you're a CEO. You know where you're going. This is happening. So I'm not going to release it in winter because that doesn't feel good for me. But doing it now behind the scenes, wearing my jumper with the heater on, that feels good. It feels juicy because it's Leo season. So I go with the astrological seasons. It's coming into your power. It's sharing the stage. It's being bold and courageous. And that's what I'm being by sharing all these things that have been deep inside me that I'm remembering and I'm ready to own in myself and teach in others and embody them. It's scary doing this work, but we have to do it. We've got to lead. I have to lead. I have to be the person that does it first. Because I know that my mission is bigger than me. And when I say it's bigger than me, it's huge. I've seen it. I'm going global. This is happening. So it's like, get my nervous system ready. It's all go. It's in Leo season. It's ready. It's ripe. Right. And then it launches. It's going to launch when I'm in Greece, facilitating my first world international global retreat for the most amazing women that sold out in 2 weeks. And that's when it will launch because I will be the most expansive in Greece, where my heritage is. where my parents were born, where there is something in my gut that just screams yes. That's when the podcast will launch. You see what I mean? I have this beautiful synchronicity of when things are aligned for me. I don't do things because I've got to tick off numbers. That's the masculine way. We need both. And I'm going to talk about that in the next few episodes. We need the feminine and the masculine, definitely, without a doubt. But you need it in you. The feminine way is knowing when to launch, when to do the work, and the masculine is doing it. And you work it together and it's juicy. It's like you're the magician of your own life. And that is what's going to light you up and make you become the 1% of people that want to go further in life, that are not happy living here. They want to live there because they know they deserve that and they're worthy of that. And that's not saying people that don't want that don't deserve it. They might be happy with where they're at, and that's great. But I'm talking to you. I'm talking the 1%ers that want to really rise, reclaim their power, and reawaken those divine codes of the feminine. Our time is now. Thank you so much for listening to this first drop. I am so deeply honoured and I cannot wait to continue this journey with you. If this episode stirred something in you, let it land. Take a deep breath, journal, dance, shake it out. This isn't just content, it's a remembering. And if you're ready to walk deeper into your own feminine awakening, I invite you into the Queendom, my 12-month mastermind for women ready to live liberated and limitless. You'll find everything in the show notes, or you can contact me on Instagram. Remember who you are, reawaken your codes, reclaim your power, and rise in your queendom the way you want to rise with your community. This is a Feminine Awakening podcast, and your time is now. Bye for now.